anything can happen in this lineup. I mean, truly. But it probably will come down to the Nyjah Paul show.
No doubt about it. Let's get things started. Chris Cole kicking things off here in the flow section. Cole is a 2-time X Games gold medalist, but he is still in search of his first ever Street League win. Will it go down today?
Oh no, that was the every time he had that trick yesterday.
Yeah.
But I like how Chris hustles and keeps his line going, even though if he steps off once. Whoa, having a little problem there. This is not like Chris. He looks jittery.
Any remnants you think of wetness on the course there?
I don't know. It didn't seem like that was what was at fault there in that backside flip. It just looked like he really didn't turn it enough. So I don't think it's slippery, but I think that the fact that this contest, especially the finals, is, oh wow, finally did make that frontside half cap blunt slide. Yesterday he never made that trick, so the irony was that he had a hard time with the rest of his run, but he finally made that hard one. If he could put that all together, it'll be on.
So Cole's first attempt in the books, a 3.2 for him there, well below his average in the flow section. Again, each skater getting 2 attempts. We count the best score. Up next, though, Mikey Taylor.
And this is the same flow run so far that we saw at Mikey yesterday, which got him in the finals. Yeah, looked like something spooked him there on the nollie.
Mikey, a veteran of the Street League format. He's been there from day one, skating in his 3rd X Games. Also made the finals in Brazil a month ago.
Yeah, these guys, I think with the contest sort of starting and stopping with the rain delay, that can affect you deeply. If you're ready to go, you're ready to go, and then it's like, no, hold on, we're gonna wait indefinitely, and then suddenly we're ready to go again.
So Mikey's score coming in at 2.2, so strange low scoring to start the final. Don't usually see that. We'll see if Sean Malto can break that trend on his first attempt. Look at him, Tony, rocking not just an FC Barcelona jersey, but a personalized Malto on the back Barcelona jersey.
That's, I don't want to say that's pandering to the crowd, but it's definitely pandering to the crowd. But it's working for him. Big nollie 50-50. So far, so good on this run.
Mr. Consistent, Sean Malto.
Backside overcrook, 180 out. He had a problem with that one yesterday, but that was an excellent run.
Sean was your silver medalist in Brazil just a month ago, a 7.1 for Malto, jumping him up into first place. Take another look.
Sean Malto has such a good nollie. Get way up on those ledges.
So here's Luan Oliveira. Wants to return to the podium after a silver medal in 2011. We'll see what he's got on attempt number 1.
Wow, excellent run so far. Switch 360 flip. Switch frontside 360. I don't know what that is. No comply. Mike V special. Frontside flip over the pyramid. And not a lot of guys are using that pyramid. They seem to avoid it because I think they liken it more to a skate park feature than an actual street feature.
Yeah, it was interesting. Not a lot of guys were hitting that obstacle yesterday during qualifying. Mostly because they're just unfamiliar with it, you'd say, Tony?
Yeah, but like I said, I think they more associate it with the skate park rather than something you find in the street.
So here's Nyjah Huston, your defending X Games gold medalist, 2012 Street League champion, just getting into the final on his very last trick attempt yesterday. We'll see if it's business as usual for Nyjah.
Looking good so far, coming out strong.
Again, each skater getting 2 45-second attempts here in the flow section. We count the best score.
Wow, kickflip brings a board slide. Just racing around too, hitting every obstacle. Half cab, kickflip, backside flip.
Probably has his run timed better than anybody here.
Whoa,
Just gets it.
backside 180 nose grind right on the buzzer. Welcome back, Nyjah Huston.
That's a crowd pleaser. Take another look. A 7.5 coming in for Nyjah as he takes overall top spot.
Wow, look at that. Just doing the hardest tricks, just getting from point A to point B, and right there, we're on the buzzer. Backside 180 nose grind.
So here is Tori Pudwell starting from the other side of the course. Skated really well yesterday in qualifiers. He won the bronze medal in Brazil.
Good so far. His backside tail slides, he just sits on him, and when it's sliding that slowly, there's a good chance you're going to stick, but he seems to always make it slide. There we go, board slide up and over, and let the rail on the pyramid.
So clean. Tori, who averages a 5.8 in this section, certainly looking to outdo that number here and now.
Nice. Backside Smith to finish it out.
Let's take another look at Tori's run.
Look at that. If you ever want to do a backside tail slide, take note. And then right here, the board slide up and over. We only saw a couple guys do that yesterday.
So a 6.7 for Tori. Up next, though, Manny Santiago. Started from the bottom, now he's here. From the select series to the final 8 here at Street League. Tony, a great story.
Yeah, he truly worked his way up from the bottom.
It's all good.
And he did the same thing in Brazil. He was the one that won the select series. But this time he's in the finals. And he only had one step off during this one. So it's still pretty good. Oh, there's his flip.
He's got 10 seconds to play with here. We'll see if he can squeeze in another trick. Oh, is the crowd pleaser.
This is pretty good.
It's all right, he'll get another chance.
So Manny could not stick it, and Tony, look at that. T-Pud's broken board.
Oh no, I guess that backside Smith, he came down with his foot right in the middle and snapped it. Got to get that one.
So here now, top-ranked qualifier from yesterday, Paul Rodriguez.
Look at Paul, so focused, just a machine out there.
Paul did not make it into the finals last month in Brazil, and he's been skating with vengeance all week long, so focused. Doesn't want to just compete here in the final, wants that gold medal.
Wow, switch, backside 5-0. Paul is one of the guys that you really can't tell when he's skating the other direction. He has such symmetry.
Coming down to the final 5 seconds here for P-Rod.
This is exactly the run he wanted. He's not going to get the next trick off in time.
Again, each skater getting a second attempt in the flow section, counting the best score. A 7.1 for P-Rod. Take another look.
Right here, that switch, 5-0.
Again, one skater will get eliminated from this section. Currently, Mikey Taylor on the bubble in that 8th position. Chris Cole, though, definitely wants to best his 3.2 from his previous run.
And he already made up for what he bailed on last time. Whoa, having a problem with that backside flip. But it's only his first fall, and on his way up, it's not going to hurt him as much. Wow. Ollie 5-0. Ollie backside heel flip.
Again, here in the flow section, the skaters can hit every obstacle on the course. Chris Cole doing just that.
That's the trick he was having problems with yesterday. Getting a little nose grind in there, literally at the last second.
So a 5.9 for Chris Cole. Definitely a better score than the 3.2 in his previous run. So here's Mikey Taylor. Would need a 4.7 right now to advance, as he's sitting in that 8th bubble position. Mikey averages a 6.1 in this section, so certainly capable of jumping up.
And this seems to be the run he had planned all along. He always has to tell the camera guy the other way there. Nice. Switch nose grind. Switch Smith grind. This is definitely going to be a better score than his 2.2 on the first run.
Again, Mikey needing at least a 4.7 to get out of that 8th and bubble position. Should be a better score than his first run, but we'll see how the judges score it. A 6.5 for Mikey Taylor, so that jumps him up to 6th place overall, staving off elimination. So here's Sean Malto, currently in 2nd place, had a really impressive 7.1 on his first flow attempt.
Whoa. No. Losing that nose one slide, and I think he's going to end his run on that one.
Probably a wise move for Sean, as he can already hang his hat on that previous 7.1. Doubtful he would be able to up that score at this point, but still has 15 seconds on the clock.
He's going to call it there. He only needs one good run really to count.
So that'll do it for Sean Malto. Take a look again at this bail.
Oh, looks like he was going for a nose grind there, and usually he does a nose blunt slide, which is surprising because I would think the nose blunt slide is a harder trick. But just missing that truck and danger zone.
So here's Luan Oliveira with the pop to get things started. He's sitting in 4th place right now.
Oh, missing the switch 360 flip there. It's going to be hard to better his score at this point. Wow, but then again.
15 seconds to go for Luan.
That last trick, switch, frontside 360, heel flip. Talk about difficulty factor.
Combo to combo to combo.
Nice. 180 switch crooked grind. That was the trick that they got Nyjah Huston into the finals going down the ledge yesterday.
And we'll take another look.
Look at this. Switch, frontside 360 ollie with the heel flip in it.
So a 6.9 for Luan. He'll hold on to his 7 from his previous attempt. But here now, your defending gold medalist, Nyjah Huston, currently in the lead.
He's going to probably up the difficulty a bit here to try to better his 7.5, but he's in a good position for sure. Kickflip, frontside board slide.
Just textbook. You would never know that this guy needed
that was the that trick before there was the nollie 180 heel flip. That was the only difference from his first run, and I think the judges should take note. They did 7.9 with one trick difference between the first run and the second run.
Wow. As we see that one more time. As I was saying, you would have no idea that this guy needed a final attempt to get here today. So here's Tori Pudwell, who again suffered a broken board on that first attempt. He's sitting in 5th place right now.
Oh, having a hard time on that. Could still bring it back here though. Oh wow, going for it.
Couldn't catch it there.
Trying to get tricky with the backside tail slide. I think he's gonna big flip out of that. But he knows he has to do something special here to bring back his score.
So up next is Manny Santiago, who is in that place you don't want to be. 8th position. Remember, the top 7 advance to the next section. He is on the bubble. If he wants to skate on, he's going to need a solid score here and now.
He was looking a little jittery on his first run. Looks like he's relaxed his nerves this time. Wow. Looking good.
Again,
heel flip.
Chris Cole in front of him. Manny would need a 6.0 to bump out Cole.
He's on his way there for sure with this run.
So 10 seconds to go. Another point out to the crowd. Confidence building.
Oh no. Just missing the frontside flip over the pyramid, but still a solid run up to that point. That was right on the buzzer. I think they're gonna score that a little better.
A 6.4, and with that, Chris Cole is officially eliminated from the final. Wow, man. After not making the final in Brazil, skated so well yesterday, and it is just weird, Tony, to not see Chris Cole moving on in the final.
You know what, though? It would be weird to see any of these guys not moving on in the final. So it has to be one of them.
Yeah, very true. So here's Paul Rodriguez, yesterday's top-ranked qualifier, currently in 3rd place. An 8.0 here would actually give him the overall lead heading into the control section.
Oh, no. Paul missing the backside tail slide.
But you're right, an embarrassment of riches with the roster today. If not Cole, somebody else that would be making us shake our heads.
Yeah, absolutely.
So here's P-Rod inside of 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's going to be tricky to up his last score, but still a great effort there.
So P-Rod is done, as is the entire flow section. A 5.3 coming in for him there, so he will hold on to his 7.1 from the previous attempt. But again, Chris Cole going home early. And there is Nyjah Huston, your defending gold medalist. He is your current leader. So starting us off, Manny Santiago. So Manny unable to land there. Again, each skater getting 5 trick attempts, and we only count the top score, Tony.
So that's going to be one to throw away for Manny.
So here now, Mikey Taylor, currently sitting in 6th place.
Frontside 270. That was a switch. Frontside 270 lip slide.
You take another look, an 8.0.
Wow, look at him. Gets on that rail super early too and is ready to slide the whole thing.
Again, these guys did not skate this section in the qualifier, so you see Tori there, unable to stick it. This is really their first go-around at a single trick on a specific obstacle of their choosing, I should say.
And it doesn't look like anyone's playing it safe here.
So here's Luan Oliveira, sitting in 5th.
Now Luan going for that switch, frontside 360 heel flip that he actually did in his flow run. which is still qualifies as one of the best tricks.
So here's Paul Rodriguez after a 7.1 in the flow section. Kicks off his first attempt here in the control. Again, we should remind fans the scores are cumulative, so it's all adding up as we get into the impact section.
Switch, backside lip slide.
Walk in the park for P-Rod as we take another look. A 6.6 for him there.
And looks good. I think he's going to work his way up to harder stuff. He knows the strategy. He wants to get a few makes for sure before he starts doing anything risky. Sean Malto with backside nose blunt slide.
Hey, the NBA playoffs continue tonight at 8 Eastern on ESPN between New York and Indiana. You can also watch live on Watch ESPN. So Malto bailing there. Here's Nyjah Huston on his first attempt in the control section. Come on, Nyjah.
Nollie backside 180. Nose grind on the big hubba.
Check this out one more time. An 8.6 for Nyjah.
Wow, we haven't even seen him try that yet.
Nyjah has averaged a 9 in this section for his career. Here's Manny Santiago.
Nice. Now someone called that a 270 shove lip slide. I called impossible lip slide. And I'll defend it to the death. Manny Santiago.
A 7.6, take another look.
Look at that. So clean too.
So here's Mikey Taylor's second attempt, a very solid 8.0. Before, yes, it is you, Mikey. We'll see what he decides to hit here in the control section.
Wow.
So no score for him there. Again, we count the best score of each skater's 5 attempts. And here's Tori Pudwell. It is early in the section, but he is currently in that 7th and bubble position. Wants a make here.
And lip slide up and over, popping into a 5-0, maybe a feeble there at the end. That should be worth some good points.
He'll stick to it as he almost gets it there. Here's Luan Oliveira, currently in 6th place.
Luan wants that switch, frontside 360 heel flip. And then they get 5 attempts, only the top one counts. They can afford to try the hardest thing over and over, for the most part.
So here's Paul Rodriguez, attempt number 2. Seeing if he can up that 6.6 from his previous attempt.
Switch, kickflip, backside lip slide.
So no score for P-Rod there. Sean Malto bailing out his first attempt. Probably gonna go for it one more time on the hubba.
Backside nose one slide, the hubba.
That's the Malto we've become accustomed to. An 8.1 for Sean, jumping him up into 2nd place.
Look at that. That's about the biggest obstacle here. One of the most difficult tricks on it.
So here now, your current leader, Nyjah Huston. So Nyjah bails that one off. But he still does have that 8.6 in the bank.
Going for a kickflip, frontside hurricane. Looks like he was going to come out backwards. That would be worth a lot of points. Oh, Manny Santiago, frontside shove it to feeble grind.
So Manny does not stick his 3rd attempt. He stays in 4th place. Here's Mikey Taylor. Still has that 8 on the board. See if he goes back to that bench.
Going for a switch, blunt slide, popping over. Kind of gets away from him there. He hits the bench part on the way down.
No score for him there. Here is Tori Pudwell, who again is in that 7th and bubble position.
Here we go. Losing his balance there.
Tony, do you anticipate him just to keep going for that until his 5th and final attempt? If he
Yeah, well, we saw him do that a couple times yesterday, so I think it's something he's pretty comfortable with.
So here's Luan Oliveira.
We've seen him do that a few times as well. But now it's getting down to the wire. He only has two tries left for that trick, if that's what he really wants.
Luan still yet to make a trick in this section. Here's Paul Rodriguez sitting in 5th. Looking to jump up that 6.6 score. Can he do it on attempt number 3?
Probably going to go for the switch. Kick flip back to the lip slide again. Yeah. Oh, right
Hey,
there.
ESPN has some great MLB matchups coming up on Sunday and Monday. On Sunday at 8 Eastern, Detroit faces Texas. Then on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern, New York Yankees take on the Baltimore Orioles. So here's Sean Malto, comfortably sitting in 2nd place. He has an 8.1 right now.
Nose grind, nollie flip out.
So Tony, this has turned into a bail fest in attempts number 3. No one has yet to land a trick. Hopefully Nyjah can break that trend.
I think that just shows the difficulty of what they're trying there. Look at that kickflip frontside hurricane. So technical. There's such a small margin for error on that trick. But that should be scoring a 9, I believe.
So here is Manny Santiago sitting in 4th place. Has that 7.6. Has scored higher than that throughout this weekend in the Select Series and the qualifier yesterday. We'll see if he's got it.
Trying to get for that frontside shove at feeble grind.
So no dice for Manny there as he stays in 4th place. Here now, Mikey Taylor, still in 3rd.
Still trying that pop over. It looks like he's trying to go into even a nose grind on the bench after he transfers over.
Here now, Tori Pudwell, still in that elimination position.
Yeah, Tori's having a hard time with the lip slide over the pyramid. He has 1 attempt left.
He'll have some decision making coming up on that 5th and final attempt as we take another look.
A little bit more slippery than anticipated.
Again, it was raining earlier today. Of course, for the most part, dried up. So we move on to Luan Oliveira, who's currently in 6th place. Put up a 9.7 in this section last month in Brazil.
Wow. He flipped very to manual along the top. He just wanted to get something. He wanted to make something, and
looking for some points. Take another look.
Now the heel flip varial is not going to impress the judges that much, but the fact that he comes out into a manual, that's where he got his score from 6.4.
So a 6.4, that was important. Sitting in that 6th position as both he and Tori had yet to make a trick. So it puts that much more pressure on Pudwell moving forward. Here's Paul Rodriguez sitting in 5th place, has not made a trick since attempt number 1 on his 4th attempt.
Here we go, switch, kick flip, backside lip slide.
Nails it.
That should score well. 8.9.
That it does, just missing out on the exclusive 9 club. Take another look as he jumps up to 2nd place.
Wow. So perfect.
Chief rival, Nyjah Huston, Giving props where credit is due. Here now, Sean Malto, sitting in third place, has an 8.1. Can he jump that score up?
There we go, frontside crooked grind, ollie flip in.
It's a little wrong.
That's pretty close.
So here's Nyjah, the current leader, with an 8.6 on his first attempt.
Oh! Kick flip to frontside hurricane.
Nyjah.
If that doesn't score a 9, I don't know what does.
9.1. Tony Hawk, take another look.
Wow, look at that. So perfect.
It doesn't get any better than that. Nyjah Huston, welcome back to the 9 Club. And I think everybody says, okay.
Now what?
Thanks for playing. Just to give you an idea on just how tough it is to grab that 9, the Elite 9 Club. In 2012, there were 16 scores of 9 or higher out of almost 900 total landed tricks. That's less than 2% of tricks landed. Nyjah had 6 of them last year, and that is his first 9 Club of the 2013 season. So here now, our 5th and final attempts of the control section. Manny Santiago, he's sitting in 5th place. He's got a 7.6.
Feeble grind.
All smiles for Manny. An 8.3 for Manny, so that jumps him up into 4th place. Take another look.
It looks like he does that trick quite often.
Nyjah's 9, by the way, the first 9 of the entire weekend. Didn't have any in qualifiers or in the select series. Here's Mikey Taylor.
Taylor.
So again, he's unable to land that trick. Relying on that 8.0 from his first attempt. He stays in 5th place. Here's Tori Pudwell on the bubble. Needs a make here to stay in contention.
The lip slide all the way over. I think he wanted to pop that up into a feeble like he did yesterday, but he's going to just stick with the lip slide so he at least gets a score.
Ah, and you know what, Tony? He needed a 6.8. He got a 6.0. And with that, Torey Pudwell is officially eliminated. So Luan Oliveira can breathe easy as T-Pud's unable to bounce him, meaning that Luan will be skating in the impact section. So here he is on his 5th and final attempt.
Heel flip 360, almost had that one.
Didn't land it, but he's feeling all right, as he knows he's moving on. Here's Paul Rodriguez, who had an 8.9 on his previous attempt. He sits in 2nd place.
Nollie crooked grind to front foot kickflip. That's
Look at
not
this.
a lot of room to get your foot down and flipping the board on the way off the bench.
And he almost
had it.
Bailing on his 5th and final attempt. Here's Sean Malto. He's sitting in 3rd. He's got an 8.1. He's been working on this trick for the last 3 attempts.
Can't quite get the flip on.
So he kicks that one away. He will stay in 3rd place. And now rounding out your control section, your current leader, Nyjah Huston.
Oh. Kickflip, frontside blunt slide. I don't think that was going to score better than the kickflip frontside hurricane, but it was worth a try.
So Nyjah Huston Unable to land that trick, but it doesn't matter as he stays in first place. And Tony, after the rain delay, Nyjah Huston has a narrow 1-point lead over P-Rod right now. What do you expect?
Everything could change right here. I mean, and it has almost every time.
So there's Luan Oliveira sitting at the bottom in 6th place, but a 4.5 jumps him up into first as we take another look. And this is where you start to see the chess match. Guys will be bouncing up and down throughout this impact
Solid
section.
nollie crooked grind. Looking at that. Guys got their hoodies on now because they were out there waiting in the rain.
So here's Mikey Taylor, currently sitting in 6th place.
Nollie nose grind.
This is where the strategy of this Street League format is really put on display as we take another look at Mikey getting a 5.0 there. Landing tricks right off the top, critical. Here's Manny Santiago.
Wow, Manny Santiago. Kickflip frontside Smith grind. We've seen him do that to 50-50, but he's not holding back.
An 8.7 for Manny, jumping him up into first place. And always doing something for the crowd. Here's Sean Malto, who won a silver in Foz. He's in 6th place right now on his first attempt.
Nollie frontside crooks. It's Sean Malto's specialty.
Standard Sean, a 6.9. And again, getting those scores early on, you're seeing veterans of this format putting points on the board and then trying to stack bangers down the end. Here's Paul Rodriguez, who skated really well today.
Switch, backside Smith grind on the ledge. He makes it look so easy, but that is a serious difficulty factor.
Check this out again. He is our new leader with an 8.3 there. And here now, Nyjah Huston, who has led through the first 2 sections. What's he got in store? Attempt number 1.
Wow, kickflip frontside nose slide. These guys are just machines when they know they need to make things. They need to make 4, obviously. And when it comes down to that, they don't take that many risks, but are still doing stuff that are extremely difficult.
So a 7.8 for Nyjah there jumps him back into the lead. And I do want to clarify, a little earlier I had said he had a 9 in the previous section. Only one to do it this week. And Felipe Gustavo came knocking on the studio saying, hey, don't forget about mine.
Oh, kickflip nose slide. Hand down, does that work? Works for me.
We'll see if the judges feel the same way. A 3.8 for
not.
Luan. As we see just a finger tap there. That has him in 5th place. So here's Mikey Taylor sitting in 6th. He had a 5.0 previously. What's he got for attempt number 2?
Going for a switch blunt slide on the hubba. We know he's capable of that.
It's tough to do without your board, as he will have his first kick away there. Manny Santiago currently in 3rd place.
That was a frontside shove it. Looked like he was trying to go to 5-0, but his front chuck kind of swung wide, so it turned into an accidental feeble.
Yeah, take another look. A 5.5 puts him in a 1st place.
Wow, I don't think he was that happy with it, but the judges liked it.
So here now, Sean Malto.
Excellent nose blunt slide.
So after a 6.9 on his first attempt, he ends up with a 7.1, and he jumps up into 1st place. And we're going to be seeing that quite a bit here through the first few attempts of this impact section, as guys try to jump up into the lead. Here's Paul Rodriguez. A 5 would actually give him 1st place.
Oh, switch, frontside blunt slide, hands down. They're not gonna score that very well because of the landing.
You're right, Tony. A 3.7 for that sketch landing, but it does jump him up into 3rd place. But it does count as a make. Here now, Nyjah Huston sitting in 4th.
Wow, That's the trick that got Nyjah into the finals. Frontside 180 to switch crooked grind.
That should jump him up into the top spot. It does, an 8.0. So here's Luan Oliveira, attempt number 3.
Big frontside flip. All the way over the hubba.
Massive for Luan right there, an 8.5. Sheckler and Shane, Corey Kennedy there giving him props. Take another look.
That's very likely what Sheckler would have done as well had he been here.
That is a lot of distance to cover. And Ryan Sheckler wishes he could be out there today. An ankle injury sidelining him. So Mikey Taylor is sitting in 6th place.
And there's a switch blunt slide.
So that's Mikey's 2nd bail. Can't afford another. Up next, Manny Santiago. A solid land here. 4.0 would actually give him the lead.
Oh, wow. Kickflip, frontside 5-0. I don't know if that's going to score higher than the Smith grind. In my opinion, the Smith grind was more difficult.
Well, 7.4 for Manny, you're right, but it still jumps him up into the lead. Take another look.
So solid.
So here's Sean Malto in 4th, wants to get back into a podium position. That'll do it.
There's a frontside shove it nose grind.
So a 6.9, a 7.1, and now an 8.7 for Sean Malto, your new current leader.
Got a little crooked with that one. Frontside shove it. Crooked
So you
grind.
see Manny checking out the scores there. ISX, they see what we see. That instant scoring shows them exactly what they need at every given attempt. Here now, Paul Rodriguez.
Switch frontside blunt slide. Made it this time. That's going to be a good score.
So as we check that out again, the score comes in. An 8.8 for P-Rod. A section high today. Puts him up into silver medal position. Nyjah Huston, a 5.0, or 5.2 rather, would get him up to the top spot.
Oh, going for a 360 flip. 50-50, I believe. That's one of his go-to tricks.
So a bail there on his 3rd. We'll see if he comes back to that on his 4th attempt. Here's Luan Oliveira, who's yet to miss in this section.
Flip. Just banging him out.
We'll see if that's enough to give him the lead. A 7.7, no, jumps him up into 2nd place. Mikey Taylor, who's already kicked away a couple, needs a make here.
Whoa, switch blunt slide again. Not quite getting onto it. And that's tough because that's his 3rd bail, and he needed 4 makes out of 6. So he's gonna have to take a 0 on at least 1 attempt now.
Manny Santiago.
Wow, frontside pop, shove it, backside 5-0. It's like an encyclopedia of shove it grinds here.
An 8.1 for Manny, jumping him up into 1st place. Let's see it again.
So good. His truck actually came off at the end there, but he pulled it out.
Sean Malto sitting in 2nd. So that is Sean's 1st bail of the section. He stays in 2nd. Up next, though, Paul Rodriguez. He's sitting in 4th place. A score of 7.7 would jump him up into the lead. And this is where makes start to become critical.
Switch backside tail slide with a hand down. That's going to cost him.
A 4.2. It does jump him up into 2nd place.
But he knows that he's going to have to do that one again.
Looking at the replay there, here's Nyjah Huston sitting in 5th.
And Nyjah with the switch backside tail slide.
Let me show you how it's done. Nyjah Huston, as we take another look, a 7.7. That jumps him up into 3rd place.
Now I wonder if Paul's switch backside tail slide is worth 7.7.
It'll be interesting to see. So here's Luan Oliveira, who, as we said before, yet to miss in this section, but still sitting in 5th place. His best score so far, a 7.7.
Oh. Switch frontside flip. He's got 4 scores. One was a bit of a bobble, so he could use another good make.
So here's Mikey Taylor. The best he could do right now on his 5th attempt is for 5th place.
So missing that blunt slide again.
So that is 4 straight misses for Mikey, as he'll stay at the bottom of the pack. Right now, your current leader, Manny Santiago, yet to miss here.
Wow.
Manny cannot stick it, but he still sits in 1st place. And Tony, he's looked so solid here today.
Yeah, almost any trick that he puts his mind to, he either makes a 1st try or a 2nd try.
Sean Malto needs a 6.6 to take the lead here.
Oh, nollie flip, crooked grind, almost had it.
So that's Malto's 2nd straight miss. As you can see, Chris Cole doing a little on-course coaching with Manny right now. Not only are the guys chasing after Manny, but the strategy comes in for Santiago as he's got to figure out what he's got to do on his 6th and final attempt to stay in contention. Here now, P-Rod.
Whoa.
Needed a 7.2 for the lead.
Switch kickflip, backside 50-50.
And Tony, he got it in 8.8. Take another look. We have a new leader.
That trick is hard, going regular. Hard enough going regular, but doing it switch.
Effortlessly.
He's one of the only guys that could do it.
Textbook from P-Rod.
Wow.
As he jumps up into 1st place. And Manny bumps down to 2nd. Here's Nyjah Huston. To take the overall lead, he would need a 5.7.
Oh, 360 flip to final. That'll do it.
Come on. A 9.1 for Nyjah Huston. Back in the 9 club. Take another look.
So perfect. Look at that catch right onto where you want to be on the truck. Landing all 4 wheels at the same time with command.
While everyone's playing checkers, he's playing chess, man.
He's such a ruthless competitor.
So he jumps up into the lead, looking to defend his gold medal. Here's Luan Oliveira, sitting in 5th.
Oh, missing that switch frontside flip. That's going to be his last attempt.
So that'll do it for Luan Oliveira, who stays in 5th place, getting props. Eric Costin and Ryan Sheckler there. Here's Mikey. He's got 4 straight misses. He cannot move up a position, but this one's for the fans.
Switch blunt slide, coming in regular. That's what he wanted to do for the last 5 tries.
Getting love from the rest of the field. A 7.4 for Mikey.
He could have used that a few tries ago.
So here's Manny Santiago, who was just leading this way as we look at Mikey one more time. Giving it up for the crowd. But as we said before, Manny Santiago, who had the lead. And actually right now, Tony, the best he could do is 2nd place. So looking for a silver medal, needs a 7.3 here.
50-50.
And Barecelona stand up.
That's going to be close.
An 8.8. So Manny jumps up into the silver medal position. Up next, Sean Malto. As we take another look at Manny, who's been a superstar all weekend long.
What a great story, too. Came out, he had to qualify in the select series, so he barely made it in. He makes it to the finals and then just starts killing.
So he may not be winning this weekend, but you might have to tell this crowd otherwise. Here's Sean Malto sitting in 4th place.
Missing that nollie flip crooks, and that's gonna be his last attempt, but he did not get 4 makes.
So it all boils down to this, Tony. P-Rod currently sitting in the bronze medal position of 3rd. If he lands a trick of 7.8 or higher, he will take the overall lead away from Nyjah Huston. What's he got in store?
Switch, backside tail slide. It's clean. Now Nyjah scored a 7.7 when he did that trick.
An
And they give him an
8.4
8.4.
for P-Rod. Wow. That jumps him up into 1st place. And you want to talk about pressure. Nyjah needed a trick to get into the final today. He's going to need a trick of 8.5 or higher to win today's final.
I wonder why that scored a full 0.5, half point. Better.
Amazing. So here is Nyjah Huston. You want to talk nerves of steel? It all comes down to this for the win.
Whoa.
Take 2.
We rarely see that.
Is Nyjah rattled?
I wonder if he actually changed his mind there for what trick he wants to do.
We've never seen this before in Street League. Nyjah needing a trick, a big one, to win this thing.
This guy's very good.
There is Paul Rodriguez, cannot concede anything quite yet. It all comes down to this.
Over the hubba.
Nyjah Huston, an 8.5, and Nyjah Huston on the last trick of the contest takes it away, defending his gold medal.
Wow, that was so close.
Unbelievable, Tony.
A 1/10 of a point separates gold from silver here.
This is that storybook ending we've been waiting for. He needed an 8.4, and Nyjah Huston gets an 8.5. Let's go down to Jordan Whitley, who's out on the course with the defending gold medalist. Jordan, what's going on?
All right, Nyjah, talk about a pressure cooker moment. You had to make it happen on that last run. You stopped, you went back. What was going through your mind up there?
I was so nervous. I've never felt that much pressure, and I've never felt a feeling like that before. Congrats to Paul. He gave me such an amazing battle and made me work for that so hard. When I threw in and then went back that one time, it was because the wind was picking up a lot. So I had to make sure everything was just right to make it happen, and somehow I pulled it off. I don't know how.
And lastly, you talk about the guys that were pushing you out here. What were they doing that was anything getting into your head, or was anything, really pushing you to do something crazy out there?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everyone out there is killing it so hard, and the progression is going at such a high level. Each and every contest, it gets gnarlier and gnarlier. And Paul, with tricks like switch flip back 50s down the hubba, you really have to give it your all. And thank God I had that hard flip for an option for a trick, because I knew it was going to get just enough to get me on top.
Okay, well, take a look at the screen up here. We're going to let you relive that moment. Take us through that last trick.
I don't even know what I was thinking. I only landed that one time in practice, and that was 3 days ago. So I seriously, I didn't think I could do it. But I thought my legs were definitely just gonna give out on me or something, but somehow I pulled it off. I have no idea how. Congrats to everyone, though. Everyone killed it so hard, and thanks for pushing me.
Congratulations, guys. Sending back to you.
Wow.
Thank you, Jordan. Nyjah Huston defending his gold medal. His 2nd consecutive Street League win. Paul Rodriguez having to settle for silver. Manny Santiago from the SLS Select Series to the bronze medal here at Street League Skateboarding.